To going for two live. It's your guy here, your boy. At the B League says hashtag Discord Dan. I am here. Thank you for joining me again tonight. Again, no more music, Jeff. I've got to create my own here. I had to find my own underlay. I had a different Dynasty Gambit sticker up here. Where's my sticker, Jeff? Huh? Where's my underdog sticker? From the sponsor. Get some sponsor stickers up here. Nah, can't get that. No overlay. No special backgrounds. Nothing. Stripped back. Garbage. Welcome to Friday night. It's 8:30. It's a little bit cold out here. Hoodie weather. Welcome back. Not too sure about this pumpkin business you got going on, but I don't care. Whatever. Do what you want to do. Welcome to the B League Pick'ems or Picks'em. Throw the S in wherever you want. It doesn't bother me. It'll bother maybe Jeff, I hope. Couldn't come up with a real name for a show. That's his problem. Either way, welcome to our B League Pick'em show. I am your host again at the B League says. Welcome to Going for Two. Friday night, kicking off your weekend. Awesome night tonight. We've got the boys coming on later tonight with your DFS. Jeff, Tim, Gerson, smashing your GPP and cash plays. You absolutely want to get a hold of that. Some really interesting games on this weekend. Few big teams off the slate with San Fran, the Rams, obviously Kansas, Tampa, prime time, Minnesota out, fantasy helpers, the Saints out across the pond. They're not on that slate, so make sure you tune in tonight to see what they have to say about your DFS plays this week. Big game. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, we're looking at our underdog props. We are sponsored by Underdog. Can't say that enough because we're sponsored by Underdog, Jeff. Promo code GF2, 100%, matching deposit up to $100. Get amongst it. Get into those daily best ball tournaments that everyone's talking about. They seem like a lot of fun. Or join me with some props, some pick'ems, a bit of fun, some rivals work, all that sort of jazz. It's going to be a good night. I can feel it. Feel it in my loins. It's going to be a great night. Troy Olsen. Hi, Troy. Hi, Gerson. How you going? Welcome, Troy. Thanks for joining me. Gerson's got nothing better to do except multifaceted trades that no one can think about. What's up, my brother? I hope you're well. Looking good, my friend. Oh, and the Gators in town. Oh, we got a few in on a Friday night. Look at this. My God. The Gambit's very own, Mr. Gator. Welcome. Can I say that now? He's a part of the Gambit. Why not? Screw it. I'm going to do it. What are they going to do? Stop me? I'm live. Run at me. That's what he says. What are you going to do? If you are tuning in and watching, please go to YouTube. All that sort of stuff. You can go there. Never mind this Twitter business. Twitter doesn't do this chat group thingamajig now. It's garbage. Periscope. Nah. We're going to come up with our own. Where is it? Don't have it. Shit. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Come and join us in our Discord as well. It's Discord Dan here. Took me 4 years to get into Discord. No dramas. We're in. It's okay. Going for Two Discord. It's fantastic. As always, I think this button over here, it's all mirrored here. It's the opposites. This button here should say subscribe. And over there should be an alert button to tell you when we're on. Find all our awesome shows. Get those start and sit questions in for Sunday's show. It is pivotal. Find out who your best plays are, and then join me again Monday night. Monday night's 2-point conversion with the doc. Get those injury questions in our Discord. He will help you make the best decisions going forward for your players who are a little under the weather. With Kyle and Gladys, as always, we are looking at San Fran and the Rams on Monday night. But we're going to kick off onto Sunday's show. Sunday's games. We looked at a few of these scores. Few weird games in there. A few weird games in there this week. The weather, look, I'm no meteorologist, but anytime you see a dude standing in the street getting blown away, which isn't a good thing, probably not a good thing for your football results. So you're looking at these Carolinas, you're looking at maybe Baltimore, you're looking at maybe, well, I guess Atlanta's indoors. I don't really know American geography. I don't know where I am half the time. Apparently Buffalo is West New York. That's a new one. I thought it was just north because, everything's north. whatever. It's still North, right? I can't be wrong in that regard. So it's all good. Anyways, I was looking at a few of the game totals earlier. This is what I like to do, just to try and find maybe a little bit of an edge to see what we can maybe exploit. There's a few actually decent games in the morning, Sunday morning. Buffalo-Baltimore at the start of the week was at 52. The line was set at 52. It's probably moved since then. Jacksonville-Philadelphia, that's an interesting one for me, 48.5. They really give Jacksonville a lot of credit for, beating Detroit and Washington. Come on. Come on. I guess they're giving the same credit to Philadelphia for doing the same thing, right? NFC champions, they're going to happen. They're going to win the NFC. Good Lord. Philadelphia, the place you live when you can't afford New York. And another one. Here we go. Cleveland, Atlanta, 49.5. Love that game for DFS. I hope the guys touch on that tonight. Brissett, Cooper, and Joku. Absolute cake matchup for them this week. Seattle, Detroit at 50 as well, which seems to be a little bit convoluted because no Chark, no Swift. Not sure I'm really buying that right now because Geno Smith, a freaking quarterback. Yeah, let's just pump those numbers up, Geno. I don't think so. Either way, if you have tuned in before, I'd like to pick one game and throw a few props on that and a couple other alternate lines for the week. Today I did go with Jacksonville and Philadelphia. And I've got a couple lines from what happened at the start of the week where they're at. First of all, I went with Trevor Lawrence, lower than 245 passing yards down to 235.5. And I'm still going to go lower. I really am. The Eagles have kept some good teams quiet. They've been shutting people down quickly, making them make mistakes, all that sort of stuff, doing what the Eagles do best. They are, when they are in good form, okay, their offense is what they are with Hurts and all that. Okay, I get it. But their defense, when they are on, they are on. Trevor Lawrence, okay, he's had some pretty soft matchups. You get Philly. I mean, okay, the Colts, they kind of have their number anyway. I don't even think we could talk about that with such favorable terms otherwise. Philly killing people. That defense, when they get going, my God, they're tough. They're gonna eat the soul out of people. Trevor Lawrence is gonna come up against these boys. My God, you're gonna throw it to Christian Kirk? Come on, Philly secondary. They're going to just destroy him. I don't think that's a problem. Philly, they're basically giving up about 215 passing yards a game, 9th fewest in the NFL. I found this actually quite impressive. They've had 26 pass attempts on them more than anybody else in that bottom 10. Right? So 26 more pass attempts had on them than anyone else, and 11 receptions more, still giving up the 9th fewest yards. I find that impressive. They're letting teams throw on them, and they're not getting anywhere. It's kind of pretty good. I find that that's the way that they're going to do it. Okay, Zay Jones is the thing. Evan Ingram. We know what Evan Ingram does against the Eagles. He just drops everything. Goes through his hands, Evan. We haven't forgotten. Thank you, Doug Pedersen and Nate Sudfeld. Killing me. Absolutely killing me. Oh, welcome, Yeti. Get amongst it. Yep, there we go. And Gladys in the Rocky Mountains. I hope you're not doing too cold out there. It must be cold where you are. I'm freezing. Strategy question, Dan. When you pick your picks, do you ever correlate them? Say Burrow over and Higgins over. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it just depends on the matchup. Yes, I can. I think like you, I love that wide receiver cornerback information that you can get, see where that goes through. I can, and you'll see where I'm going with this Philly game and Jags game as well. You'll see where I'm going. So I've just gone already. I think that Philly are going to dominate this game pretty much. So Jalen Hurts over 305.5 total yards, and that's up to 310. They've given him an extra 5. I know, 5 more yards. Come on, it's nothing for him. But I've also gone Miles Sanders lower than 63.5 because I don't think he's going to do much of the work. I think they're going to rotate those backs around because they're going to dominate. Hurts is going to do everything he can to get them moving regardless. So, yes, I can correlate in that regard. Would I say Trevor Lawrence should be going higher because of that? Yeah, if he was playing like, Seattle. Yeah, probably. Or the Giants. Or who's someone that's garbage? Washington. If he was playing Washington again, yes, I would say that would go higher. If everyone's going higher, they're probably, all tides and boats and all that sort of garbage. He's probably going to have to be dragged up with that as well by proxy. So, yes, but do I feel like this is something that, in this regards, do I feel like this is Lawrence's game to go off? No. And I think he's going to struggle this week. And that's a good thing. It's good for him to struggle against a team like Philly, who are just ridiculous. I guess you're talking about almost correlation in regards to oh my dear God, 78 degrees, buddy. Woo, woo, woo. It's like 55 here, Gladys. How am I not in Colorado right now? Talking about Filafraudula, I see. Yes, I am, in a good way. Listen, I don't let a good bet get in the way of my hatred for another team. All right? Filafraudulent. They're alive. Jeff, tuning in. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, so's your music. So's your little, button thing up here for GF2 Live. All of it's late, Jeff. Nearly started singing tonight. You don't want that. Garbage. Where's the production value? Nothing. So I've gone Trevor Lawrence lower than 235.5 passing yards. I think he's going to have a rough day, especially in Philadelphia. They're just going to get in his ear. They're going to give him a rough weekend, I think. But that line again, that was up 245.5 at the start of the week. Miles Sanders, actually, they've given him a little bit more. It was 57.5 at the start of the week, down to 63.5, or up to 63.5. I'm still going lower. It doesn't matter for me. Jalen Hurts higher than 305.5 total yards, up to 310.5. I'm still going higher. So a couple lowers and a high there. A couple alternate game picks. I love Jacoby Brissett this week, higher than 204.5 passing yards. They've bumped that up by about 15 yards already. I don't know what you think? You think he's going to throw in Atlanta? Really? Atlanta. Really? Okay. Giving up 285 yards a game passing. We're going to give him 204.5, going over 220 back-to-back games, dicing people up. Murray Cooper, 100-yard back-to-back games. 2 weeks in a row, and Njoku going off. Kareem Hunt getting in the mix. No, we're going to give Brissett 204.5. Ugh. I'm still going over 229.5. I think he might hit that 250 mark. Love him for DFS this week, 5,500. That's for something for the guys to talk in about tonight at 10:30. Live, I'm going for 2 live. Get those plugs in. Get them in. So I love Jacoby Brissett later, higher than 229.5. I love it. Doesn't matter. 228 yards a game Atlanta's given up to the quarterback. Love it for him. Love it. I find another line here. Came across this one earlier today. I had to make some adjustments. I had some caveats in there. I was like, well, Amon-Ra St. Brown early in the week, he was in, he was out. He was at 80.5. I was like, initially it was lower. DJ Chark was at 41.5 at the start of the week. I was like, well, St. Brown's playing go higher on Chark because you don't know how an ankle injury is going to go. We all know what the doc says. We're all day to day, all that sort of stuff. Well, this day started on Tuesday for me when these numbers rolled in. But, St. Brown goes down. He's not in. He's out today. He gets ruled out. Chark's numbers come up to 51.5. Okay, he can probably do it against Seattle. I'm not really a fan. But everyone's starting to pile in on Jamal Williams because DeAndre Swift is out. Now, he's been given a line of 62.5. And that over-under at 50, I kind of feel like, again, if you're throwing St. Brown and Swift in, yeah, that game could go off. It'd be a bit of fun. I kind of feel like he's going to go under. Look, he's good for about 60 yards a game when he's flying solo. He's good for it. He'll float between 55, 65, give or take. Maybe some receiving yards in there. It doesn't really happen for him too much when he's flying solo. It tends to be more rushing anyhow. I kind of don't like this for him with St. Brown out. Okay, so I'm actually going to take the other way around. I'm going lower on Jamal Williams, 62.5 yards rushing. That's his line. I really feel like this game might be a little bit odd. I feel like everyone's getting – everyone loves Detroit at the start of this year. Hard knocks and all that sort of stuff. Bit of fun. My tombstone. My tombstone will have this. We like money. No bias on favorite teams. My tombstone. You had me until the last 4 or 5 words there, Cecily. What are you all doing? You're going for 2 Vegas trip. Well, Cecily, that's a question for Jeff. Let's see if he gets back to that one. If we can't pay for it with our winnings, we should just quit. Well, yeah, there's always that, isn't there? Yeah. Gerson's down for Vegas. Golf for Dan. Let's build up company money. Lower. Gladys gets it. Gladys loves the lower. Thank you, Izzy. Welcome back. He's in here somewhere, I think. Was. Thank you for joining me for those morning game picks. Going for 2, GF2 underdog promo, 100% matching deposit up to $100. Stick around for after the show for your DFS content, GPP cash plays for the week. Jeff, Tim, and Gerson, Sunday morning pick and show. Get Gladys in there for your starts and sits. Get all the information you need with a 2-point conversion on Monday night. Promo. Subscribe to YouTube. There we go. I'm reading it as I go. See, I'm getting used to this. That's scary. Welcome. Okay, so we've got the afternoon picks at the moment. Few interesting games in there. I think for me, I actually kind of honed in on 2 teams right now, and I kind of, well, the 2 games that I kind of went to, and for quite the opposite, the contrary reasons of what I should. It's like a car crash. Denver and Las Vegas this week. 45.5. It was set out early in the week. What the hell is going on with these 2 teams? I mean, we've Denver just, my God. They are hard to watch. Yeah, let's just keep playing Melvin Gordon. You know what would be fun? Not giving the star running back to work. Let's just go back to Old Yeller and wait till after the end of the season and take him around the back of the house and then bang, get rid of him. Javonte Adams, $187 million, something, I don't know. Okay, let's go for 12 yards, no worries. 12 targets, 7 yards. Awesome, Derek. Thank you for playing it safe. Wonderful. Had a look at a few of these. Look, both quarterbacks have been able. Look, I think we know that Derek Carr and Russell Wilson have the ability to turn around poor form. And if we know anything about Derek Carr and Russell Wilson, they love a 4th quarter comeback. The problem is they both suck right now. There's no comeback. It's going to be like 7-6 until the end of the 4th. The way these 2 are going, they're garbage. This is like they make the Giants look like a flashy team. They're garbage. They're that bad. Terrible. So I'm going higher on everything. No, kidding. Look, first one I'm going to go with Courtland Sutton. I think we know at the moment, and obviously there was a huge debate at the start of the year, who the better receiver would be. The answer is both. I love Judy and I love Sutton. Sutton's my guy. Judy's a star. I don't know where it can't be both of them. Of course it can be both of them. No, it can't. Why? Why? There was no Cup Woods and whatnot? That never happened. There was no Evans and Godwin. We can't do this. We can go all day with this. Just stupid. Like, no, we can't do it. There's no Lockett and Metcalf. No, it never happened. All right. So what about Sutton and Judy? No, it can't. All right. You guys are stupid. All right. So I'm going to stick off that one. We're going to go with Courtland Sutton higher. 65.5 receiving yards, up to 69.5. Don't care. He's going well above that. Love it for Sutton this year. I know the Decent's pass defense has been all right. It's okay, but the volume's there for him to get away with it. I wish I could say the same for the volume being there for Davante Adams getting away with it. 17 targets in the last 2 weeks. 34 total. So 17 targets week 1. 17 targets the next 2 weeks. Going nowhere. 36 yards and 12 yards in the last 2 games. Yeah, he's almost had more targets than he's had yards. It's kind of wild. It's never like that, is it? So I like it for Sutton, but for Adams, less than 50 yards past 2 games. No one's given up yet less passing yards to wide receiver than Denver. Denver are just ridiculous against wide receivers. Sertain, all those boys, absolute animals. A kind of 113 yards total to wide receivers. Mac Hollins is going to do the job, isn't he? Hunter Renfrow, it's going to be someone else. We're just going to lock down Adams. 5-yard out routes. That's it. Come back, check in. It's going to be the worst game we've ever seen. So that's where I'm going with that. I do like Javonte Williams this week. They've actually brought his yards down. It's the only time I've flipped so far on it. He actually started at 60.5 rushing yards. Actually, I didn't flip. I had him higher than 60.5 rushing yards. And they brought him down to 52.5 rushing yards. I had him higher anyway. I feel like they can get to that point where he's going to get more of the work as the season goes on. Vegas can be had by the run every now and again. Obviously Henry gave him a bit of trouble last week, but that's Derrick Henry. He's a different animal to Javonte Williams, I believe. I could be wrong. A couple alternate game picks. I kind of feel like I'm going to need a shower after talking about these. I actually went to the Baltimore Patriots game. I love Baltimore more than the next person. I'm not even a Baltimore fan. They're just great to watch. They're must-see TV every week, I believe. But the Patriots I got on 2 players. Why? Why would I do that? Because now I'm going to have to watch them play with Brian Hoyer. Hunter Henry higher than 18.5 receiving yards. I'm going for the low-hanging fruit there. Do I feel like Hunter Henry's better than a 0 reception game, 2 targets? Yes. Do I feel like veteran Brian Hoyer is probably going to go to the safety blanket and his tight ends close to the line? Yes. Do I feel like Hunter Henry might get that look over Jonnu Smith? Yeah, I think he will. Look, I know the Ravens, they're super good on tight ends. Less than 100 receiving yards to the position so far this year. But a 2 for 22 day? Can we get a 2 for 22 from Hunter Henry? Shit, we can get it from Will Dissly. So I think Hunter Henry could probably get us 2 for 22. I think. Lamar Jackson, 230 passing yards over is probably my... Yeah, I mean, if the ball doesn't get lost in a hurricane, right? Again, my geography is not good, so I don't really know where Maryland is. It's like here, right? So, I've heard that could be a problem around that part of the country. I live near that part of the country, somewhere. I don't know where I am. I'm lost myself. I don't even know how I got in this office. Somehow. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. With a hole in the roof, let's avoid that. 230. I mean, if the weather's great, yeah, easy. I don't think that's a question for me, Gerson. Is this the worst coaching matchup possible in the NFL? Denver versus Vegas? I don't know, man. I think while the Giants are going to David Sills on 3rd and long to keep in the game, I don't really want to talk about bad coaching decisions just yet. So I don't think we're there yet. Prime time Monday night. We need 3 and 16. Let's go to David Sills. Good job. Well, at least they didn't kneel. Yeah, probably. You're probably close to it. Cecily says it's going to be ridiculous and hilarious. Yeah. Lay off my Raiders. I like the Raiders. I don't mind the Raiders. They're fun. I don't know what they are right now. No Renfro, Adams should smash. No. The one time I start talking good about your Browns, Jamie. The one time. I missed it. You're going to have to watch it again. There you go. Boston Scott. With Boston Scott out, I had given this zero thought with Boston Scott out. What do you think about Gainwell? Over 11 receiving yards. Yeah, sure. Okay. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do it. Go on. 11.5 receiving yards? Sure. Why not? I don't see why not. Could happen. So just to recap on those afternoon games, I have gone higher on Cortland Sutton, higher than 69.5 rec yards. I've gone higher on Javonte Williams, 52.5 yards rushing. Wow, I must really be on the Broncos this week. How about that? Devontae Adams low and 79.5 rec yards. It's like blasphemy. Unbelievable. Hunter Henry higher than 18.5 rec yards, and Damian Harris lower than 48.5 rushing yards. because he's been absolutely usurped by Ramondre Stevenson. I don't see it happening for Harris anymore. He's hit 48 or lower 2 of his 3 games. I think they're going to be in trouble quick. I think they're going to Stevenson pretty early, and they're just going to start dumping it off. I mean, I get the whole ball control game. Oh, we're going to run the ball and keep. Get out of here. I don't want to deal with that. Game picks of the evening. Prime time. Sunday night, Monday night. Kansas at Tampa. Rams at San Fran. 45.5 for the Kansas-Tampa game. 42.5. Rams, San Fran. Giving Jimmy Garoppolo a little bit too much credit because he's garbage. Basura. I learned that one from Gerson. Basura caliente. That's what Jimmy Garoppolo is. And to my Haitian friends at work, poubelle. Il poubelle. Un poubelle. There you go. Un poubelle. One trash, Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that's what it means. Game picks for the evening, primetime games. Juju Smith-Schuster, higher than 54.5 receiving yards. Why so low? 2 games this year, 75 yards, over 75 receiving yards. And the anomaly was against the Chargers. I'm taking the overs on that one. Juju's going to have a big week. I like it for him over that against Tampa. I know Tampa are pretty awesome, but they just look weird at the moment. They look like, you know what, they look like one of those teams that probably should have turned up the preseason. Hey, we're going to give you guys 3 designated weeks to get yourselves up to scratch and try some things out, get your fitness up. And no, we're not going to do it. We're just going to turn up week 1. Really? Yep. 3 weeks in. Hey, you guys probably should have turned up. Yep. Pick number 2, Matt Stafford, lower than 265.5 passing yards. I feel like they're going to control this one. Akers, Henderson, they're just going to rotate them. I don't think he's going to have to play above his means. What else is he going to do? Throw it to Allen Robinson? Like, that's what he's going to do? Tyler Higbee for 45 yards? Skoronek? Anyone? Nah. Cup could go for $150 himself, and the rest still wouldn't get him to 265.5. I'm going to go low. I really think they're just going to control the game. They're going to keep San Fran off the field as much as possible. I don't think San Fran. We're talking about turnovers as well. Garoppolo's good for it. Take the over for the intercepts, sacks, fumbles, all that sort of stuff. Garoppolo's he's terrible. Oh, he got up to a championship. I don't care. He's garbage. Garbage. It was one of Emmanuel Sanders' catch away from winning it. They got caught. Get out of here. You hear Jeff stewing. We would have won one. You wouldn't have. Stop it. Enough. And because Kyle Shanahan's an arsehole, Kyle Juszczyk higher than 6.5 receiving yards, I'm going as well. Because, that's what Garoppolo's going to do. Get him out in the flat, chuck him there, go for 6 yards, first down, never see him again for the rest of the night. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Juszczyk loves it. Fullbacks love it. Yeah, just give me one. Alec Ingold. Why is he popping up now? Goal line. Killing Austin Eckler. Awesome. That's what we want. Damn. 3 evening picks. Juju higher than 54.5 receiving yards, which still to me is just way too low. I think that's a gimme. Stafford lower than 265.5 passing yards because San Fran are terrible. They're like the Giants of the West at the moment. And Kyle Juszczyk higher than 6.5 receiving yards because, again, Kyle Shanahan's a prick. That's what I'm going for this week. They're my picks. What a week. Yeah, Galbala. Yeah, he's no good. He's no good. 28 minutes, yes. Where am I at? 29. I've like 30 seconds to go yet. I like 30 minutes. It's 9:01. Technically, I've gone over. I must have started late. Oh, we got the French Canadian as well. De la poubelle. I tried, man. Like, my accent doesn't really hold up with the French. At least the Haitian Creole. It ain't great, but de la poubelle. I'm getting there. Oh, they're just shit. Listen, if anyone had to watch Cooper Rush versus Daniel Jones last week, everything really is a blessing at this point, right? How much worse could it get? That's where we're at. Like, if we're here and we have to watch Jones versus Cooper Rush, Kenny Golladay getting 2 snaps, Richie James making plays, Sterling Shepard walking and tearing his ACL. I don't know who Noah Brown is. Where did he come from? 3 different rookie tight ends coming out for Dallas. Yeah, no, I bet you were. We'll go over those results on Monday night. Either way, bit of fun there. I got nothing to say about it. So I'm actually more irritated with the Rams. No, I'm not. I don't think anyone could like the 49ers. The worst, aren't they? Them and their supporters. Oh, we had Montana. Yeah, well, yeah, they're great now. Brady just diced you all. One more time. Going to go over these prop picks, higher and lower. First of all, one more time. Underdog.com, GF2 promo, 100% matching deposit, up to $100. Get amongst it. Trevor Lawrence lower than 245.5 passing yards, down to 235.5. Still going lower. Philly going to ruin him. Miles Sanders up to 63.5 yards rushing, still going lower. Jalen Hurts higher than the 310.5 total yards. Passing yards total, whatever they gave. Take it. He's going over. It's going to happen. Jacoby Brissett higher than 229.5 passing yards. He's going to have a field day against the Falcons. I can feel it. Indoors, dome, fast track. Cooper's going to have one. I like it. Jamal Williams lower than 62.5 yards rushing. Feel like the loss of St. Brown is going to affect him a little bit more than what he would like. How reliable Chark is on his own is another thing. Liking that. In the afternoon, Cortland Sutton higher than 69.5 rec yards. He's going to have one. Javonte Williams higher than 52.5 yards rushing. He's going to get there. Devontae Adams lower than 79.5 receiving yards. Just. I got him picked at 71. There we go. I'm going to say 71. He's going to go 8 for 71 because Derek Carr don't want to throw it downfield. Does he? To anyone but Mac Hollins. Superstar. Mac Hollins. The late age breakout at 29. Journeyman. Getting amongst it. Hunter Henry, higher than 18.5 yards. Rec yards, we're going for 2 for 20. Just fall forward, buddy. Just grab it and fall forward. Damian Harris, lower than 48.5 rush yards. He's in a bit of trouble this week. Juju, higher in the afternoon, the evening games. Prime time. 54.5 yards rec. He's gone over 75 in 2 of the 3. I like it for him. Stafford lower than 265.5 pass yards because San Fran are just they're just going to lie over. They're just going to roll over. Okay, Cam, just run. Go outside. Dump it off. Boring. Kyle Juszczyk higher than 6.5. Not 65. 6.5 rec yards again because Kyle Shanahan is again an asshole. Doc does a better B-League than Dan does a French accent. It's Haitian Creole, Gator. Get it right. Poubelle. It's getting there. 33.5 minutes. Look at that. We're flying. This is overtime pay, right? Or is it hazard pay? Either way. Laughing. We're going to clock out now. We're going to go and got good. We got a few people watching. Before you go anywhere, though, watch tonight's show. Again, big teams are off the morning slate. You're looking at Kansas, Tampa, San Fran, Rams, Vikings, Saints. They're all not playing, so you're going to want the best tips you can. Get that DFS info in 10:30 tonight. Gerson, Tim, and Jeff. Get all the information you can. Find your best GPP and cash plays. Get your start sits information. You're going to want that early this weekend. Jameis out, Thomas out. You're a little bit of trouble with that. Dalton, fire him up. Get out of here. What's he going to get you? 12 points? 130 yards? A touchdown and 4 intercepts. Not worth it. Kyle, for that bad trade, get out of here. I can hear you. I know you're there. Was it a bad trade? It was all right. I'd just rather lose with, not Andy Dalton. That's what it is. I don't want Andy Dalton in my lineup. I'd rather lose with him on my bench. I don't want to deal with that. I don't have to sit. I don't have to put him on my super flex and go, oh, man, he sucks. Because I already know he sucks. Oh, man, he still sucks. How did I not know? I knew. I'm going to take my shot at someone else in my super flex that isn't a quarterback. Because I like to live dangerous. I'm the one QB wonders. Doesn't matter. I would put money on it that Tua's 12 points will still be higher than Andy Dalton in a full game. They'll get like close to like the 20. And you know what's going to happen? Old mate Taysom Hill. He's going to come running out from nowhere. It's going to be like a Taysom Hill, like 110-yard rushing day, 3 touchdowns, 1 pass for 12 yards. Something stupid like that. Because the Saints, whatever. Not a rant, just expressing myself, Kyle. I think expression is a form of communication. It's good for the soul. Yep. Yeah. Me too, Gladys. Me too. So get all that information. Get that starts and get it sidetracked. Starts at 6. Get that information Sunday morning with Gladys in the gang. Then come hang out with us Monday night, 2-point conversion. Subscribe, YouTube. It's over here. And then your alerts button there. Find out when every show is on. For Going for 2 live on YouTube, Twitch, all that sort of stuff. Underdog.com, GF2 promo 100%, up to $100. Get your money. Sign up. Watch the show. Put some props on. Why not? Where's the end button? I'm trying to find it. I can't lose my mind. Doesn't matter. Have a great weekend. Happy punting. If you're down in the southeast, stay safe, please. Nothing stupid. Look after yourselves. If you need help, don't call me. I'm not going to answer. It's the truth. Stay safe. Good luck. Be well. Happy punting. Enjoy. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.